아, 내가 만들어왔다 이씨. 아, 다 살라 그랬는데 다 살 수가 없었어요. 얜가? 얜가? 야 누구야 씨. 설마 너 여기서 자니? 아 아닌데? 원래 여기 앉아있거든요? 여기 앉아있는데? 어? 이것도 몸버그요. 아닌데? 여긴데? 아 얘한테 말해야 되나?
Good day to you.
아 얘였구나.
It certainly is. I'll have to get all.
I just want to make sure we get rid
No more than.
and to see Istvan hang from the.
I'll drink to that.
650원 연금술도 올랐고 훈련 검?
I'd like to improve.
Certainly.
뭐야 돈 주고 배운다.
All right.
집을
Now.
오 전투도 오르는데? 니네 다 죽었다. 제 돈은 많아요. 검
I'd like to improve.
Certainly.
중급
I'm
나
interested in.
10렙은 안 되나?
All right, but now.
야야 가져와라 봐.
I'd like to improve.
Certainly.
고급
I'd like to hone my.
All right.
되네.
Now.
다음 고급도 되나요? 고급은 안 되겠니? 고급은 안 되겠니?
I'd like to improve.
Certainly.
I want to achieve.
You can't become a master.
아 안돼. 15 돼야 된다고? 근데 지금 몇이죠?
Good luck then.
보자. 플레이어 전투 연쇄 공격. 연쇄 공격하는 동안 일격마다 피해량이 증가. 오 이게 좋은데? 불평등에 맞서다? 아니 항상 1대1이 아니야. 항상 1대1이 아니야. 그 다음에 검 내게 지금 그냥 검인가? 내게 종류가 뭐예요? 얘 롱소드네? 베베베? 베베베 필요가 없는데? 근데 이럴 거면은 검을 바꾸는 게 맞겠는데요? 배기가 좋은 롱소드로? 괜히 배웠네? 베베베베. 근데 제가 배기를 잘 안 해가지고 찌르기를 많이 하고. 찌베베? 베베베. 베찌찌. 일단 베베베 배워만 놓자. 연금술은 오 실수를 해도요? 야 이거 좋다. 자동 제조가 있어요? 자동 제조는 뭐야? 아 10렙 되면 자동 제조 되네? 젠장. 난 자동만 할 거야. 전 자동만 할 겁니다. 그러면은 이제 다 됐고 B까지 갑시다. 말순아 가자. 근데 저게 B인데 되게 E처럼 생기지 않았어요? 트레뷰셋. 아, 근데 이걸로 성문만 지대로 타격이 돼? 얘한테 가는 건가요?
Greetings.
Master Fayfar.
Much better now that I have mastered.
Next time round, you'll.
I rather.
다음번에 없기를 바라네. 누구한테 가라 그랬지? 얘가 아닌 것 같은데? 가동시험을 보시오. 가동시험 누가 하냐? 얌마! 가동해 임마!
How much longer do you.
I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. As I am.
I see.
So do I, Henry.
How's work going?
Excellent. His knowledge.
So you're confident the trebuchet.
Absolutely.
How does life in.
I suppose it was.
뭐야? 주레벨 올랐어. 아니 이거 누가 해주냐고. 아 저기구나. 일로 가야 됐네. 몰랐어. 아 이제 성문만 뽀갤 수 있어?
Let's see how strong those walls are.
Let it rip!
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal. I'll have the range in no time.
약간 허무하긴 한데 그래도 성벽을 안 부신 게 다행이지 않아요? 괜히 잘못해서 성벽 부셨어봐.
Move. Move. Damn it,
뭐야?
I have to get to Sir Divish.
애들 쳐들어오나 보다.
Sir, they're coming. There's no time.
Someone bring water. Breathe, man. You'll be all right.
지그스문트.
Who's coming?
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colors of Havel Medic of Valdek. And they're very close.
Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
아 이거 앞뒤로 쌈 싸먹게 생겼네? 야 그냥 저 성 어떻게 나 혼자 들어가가지고 문 따면 안 돼? 애초에 그렇게 그냥 하지.
Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many.
새벽쯤
They'll
도착?
probably be here by dawn.
So soon? How is it that we knew nothing about this before?
The whole land is in chaos. It's a wonder we can find out anything at all.
If they attack from the rear,
We'd be finished, just as Toth has been planning.
The sneaky weasel.
he's been one step ahead of us the whole time.
Not this time, though.
What are you thinking?
Robard, how do you think the weather will be tomorrow?
Well, sir, if my joints don't deceive me, and they rarely do, it'll rain. It'll rain buckets.
Here. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear. Here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in Townbrook.
It might just work. But we'll have to leave someone in the encampments in case they do come out of Talberg.
A few men will be all I need.
Well, that depends on whether you can hold out. We don't even know how many there are.
아 그냥 내가 성에 들어가면 되는데.
Hold out.
I'll give the orders to my men.
We will be ready.
일이 좀 급박하게 흘러가기 시작하긴 했다.
My part in the battle, sir. I wanted to go with the Skalitz men.
I need more than that from you.
More, sir?
If we can't hold out at the quarry, we're finished. You, I, Hanish, and Radzik. And since Hanish is commanding the flank attack, Radzik is captive and I'm wounded. Captain Robard
로바드가
will be leading
전투주의한다?
Of course. Who better?
There's no question Robard's a good commander. But many of the men will be from Skalitz. We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
Sir?
나도 그래서 거기 같이
I mean
있으라고?
you, Henry.
But that is... Sir, do you really think I'm someone the men could look up to?
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems. In the battle, you and a group of Skalitz men will be concealed in the woods over the road.
But sir, I think I should...
그냥 시킨 대로 해.
Quiet! Don't underestimate the task I'm setting you. You'll have to keep nervous men on a short
아, 너무
range
빨리
and
튀어나가지
not
않게
attack
막으래.
too soon. And then conduct the attack on the rear so fiercely and quickly that the foe has no chance to react. If the line should start to break, we need someone with their head firmly on their shoulders to keep control of the men.
Very well.
거의
sir.
뭐 스칼리츠 별동대네.
When you're ready, go and join the Skalitz men. They'll be mustering in the woods above the road.
라타이로 향하는 길목 위쪽. 근데 나 한번 자가지고 원기를 회복하긴 해야 될 것 같은데? 원기가 좀 떨어져 있지 않나? 다시 찼나 이거? 안 찼어. 원기 58이에요. 좀 자야 돼. 자면서 저장되는 침낭이 어디? 여기 있다. 바로 있네요. 자기엔 저장하기. 원기가 그래도 70까지는 돼야 되지 않을까? 밤이 되기 전까지만 가면 되지 않을까? 됐어, 그만. 딱 72예요. 만복도 63이고. 그럼 이 상태에서 밥 먹고. 아니, 내가 역청 구해왔잖아. 그건 어디다 써? 여긴가요? A 여기? 여기. 짜부. 아. 바로 시작해도 될 것 같아요. 저는 뭐 따로 준비할 건 없을 것 같고. 밥 먹었잖아. 너. 후진.
야.
아, 진짜. 이걸 저기, 어어어. No. 큰일 났다. 한참 간 다음에 불러야겠는데요? 안 그러면 그냥 저기서 기어 나오다가 시간 다 쓸 것 같아. 이쯤에서 가자.
야.
근데 오히려 앞뒤에서 협공당하느니 지금 이렇게 미리 치는 게 맞는 것 같긴 해요. 제 생각에도. 이쪽에 매복하고 있다가 길 따라 오는 애들을 샥샥샥 하고 다 죽이는 거지. 나우. 또 이래. 여기인데 위로 올라가야 되나? 여긴가요? 어? 여기 밑에니? 밑엔가? 아 얘들 나 쟤들 시체인 줄 알았네 지금.
Just a little longer.
대기하라. 나 아예 안 움직여져 지금.
Easy. Easy.
우리 5명밖에 없어요? 개 많다 쟤네.
Not yet.
그래 자나와 결혼하도록 해. 그러네.
Hope. Hope.
우리 또 꽤 많은데요? 근데 쟤네가 우리보다 한 3배 많다.
They were expecting us. First troops to the bridge. Break through. Vanguard to the left, and the rest come with me. We'll flank the bastards.
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt!
다 죽여. 방패에 맞으면 안 되나? 등짝을 보자. 죽어. 어? 안 맞았니? 죽으라고. 어? 이게? 방금 게 안 맞은 거 솔직히 좀 억울한데? 활 없다. 이거 껴요. 맞게 됐어. 죽어. 아군 맞은 듯. 안 되겠어. 이 새끼가 이거. 얘들아, 다 조져. 오케이. 여울가 사수. 쉬운데? 저쪽 도와주러 가야 되나보다. 한우시경 도와주기. 여기냐? 아, 이 자식 봐라. 막탄 내 거야. 아, 쉽게 연타를. 아, 되게 안 죽네. 오케이. 다음. 아까 우리가 새물이 있지 않았어요? 별것도 아닌 것들이 말이야. 어?
Here's their leader.
얘 걘데? 이름 뭐였더라? 두 글자였는데?
Boy, you should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan. Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him.
맞아. 에릭. 그때 같이 있었잖아.
Captain and right-hand man.
Finally, some good news.
뭘 감시래.
Jackal
죽이지.
and then guard him closely.
그냥 죽이면 되지 뭘.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
No! 제가 빨리 가겠습니다. 어? 힘도 올랐다. 가자. 노. 뭐야? 왜 안 달려 임마? 전투 중이라 안 되나봐. 젠장. 젠장할. 나 빼고 다 갔네. 어디에요? A? 나 빼고 다 갔어. 나만 늦었어. 그래도 제가 조금 더 빠른 듯? 힘이랑 폭도 좀 찍을까 지금? 아까 활력이랑도 생기지 않았어요? 아, 민첩 찍고 싶은 게 없어요. 야, 그렇게 길 따라가가지고 언제 가냐 얘들아. 이렇게 가야지. 근데 내 말이 그래도 꽤 용기가 높은 편이거든요? 20 조금 안 되나 그럴텐데. 근데 여기를 아예 뛰질 못하네. 일부러 저 말을 못하고 가게 해놨나봐. 야, 먼저 가서 싹 다 죽이고 있겠습니다. 내가 영웅이니까. 미리 활로 바꿔놓고 가자마자 그냥 머리통에 쏴부려. 근데 제가 패드라서 잘 못 맞춰요. 근데 아마 키마여도 잘 맞추진 못하겠지만 패드라 더 못해. 조준 보정이 있는 것도 아니고. 저기 있다. 우리 트레비셋 보인다. 야, 니들 그렇게 느려갖고 언제 저걸 보호하냐? 형 하는 거 봐. NO! 아, 죽어 그냥. 얘들아, 그렇지. 비켜. 죽어. 또 어디야? 들어와. 일로 두 마리가 뛰었는데? 저기 있다. 자식들이 미쳐가지고 우리 애들을 때려? 야, 일단 저기 너무 좁아요. 얘들아, 해지 말아봐. 야. 넘어가서 가면 안 되냐? 죽여! 죽여! 오케이, 다음. 잘못 찔렀어. 오케이, 아군 왔고. 나 줘봐. 오케이, 방어하는 거 좋았고. 900원 줬어요. 1600원. 후. 그러면 이제 라드직이랑
Well,
그 여자분 성함이 뭐지?
so we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat?
내가 몰래 들어가면
So,
된다니까.
I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages?
아, 얘랑 교환해줄까요?
Vranyik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. Seems to be on very intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
파밍 좀 해볼까? 천막에서 회의 참석. 잠깐만. 있어야 할 시체들이 없다. 방패는 무겁기만 하고 가격이 별로 안 나가더라고요. 무기가 나와. 이거 왜 훔치기야? 이 뭐야? 왜 훔치기로 뜨죠? 막탈 내가 안 쳐서 그런가 봐. 천막에서 회의 참석? 야, 나 이제 회의도 들어가. 나 진짜 인생 성공했다잉?
Do your worst. I won't betray my lord.
Ah, Henry! Just the man I want. This fool would rather hang than sing. You know
제가요?
more about this than you, so maybe you can get something out of it.
제가요? 안 될 것 같은데?
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them.
그래, 생각 잘하고 대답해. 무력이 제가 18이거든요? 이게 제일 높은데?
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
그러면 토트는 어떤 놈이지?
Who is this Toth?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
이건 안 돼. 그를 어떻게 만나게 될진 안 되고.
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
이건 어차피 지금 에릭이 11이라서 이건 안 돼요. 누굴 위해 일하지?
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? Sigismund.
아니 그냥 선택지가 있으니까 물어본 거죠.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has?
그러게 나 같아도 교환 안 할 것 같은데?
He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit?
이거 어차피 안 될 텐데?
I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranyik and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
해보시지.
Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your love?
연인이라고요?
Never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him, but in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
야, 씨, 갑자기 돈을 막 퍼준다.
Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage.
아, 직접 가면 안 돼.
Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hamish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost.
내가 가는 게 나을 것
Bring the
같은데.
hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighbourly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool? Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into
갑자기 말을 세게 하는 거 보니까
Spoken, Your Grace.
에릭이 중요한긴 한가
Well,
봐.
I know you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is
얘는 잡혀도 입이 발랄하네.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
그럼 이렇게 하자. 에릭이랑 나랑 들어가고 라드직이랑 스테파니 부인을 풀어주는 거지. 2대2로 이렇게 교환하면 되잖아요. 그리고 내가 들어가 다 죽여버리는
What do you
거야.
suggest?
어때?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
그냥 국경 지키는
A
애잖아요.
year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund,
왜 또
and wants to
배신했지?
liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies?
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me
공격을
when
어떻게
everything
해?
is ready.
공격을 어떻게 해요? 이걸로 성문 부시고 들어가나? 한번 맹세는 영원한 맹세다. DBC랑 얘기하기. 두 개 다인데? 하하, 싫은데? 아, 나 이 성 뽀개는 게 정말 너무 내키지 않는데. 여기냐? 아, 언제 저까지 갔어? 언제 저까지 갔어? 나 밥 좀 먹어야 되지 않을까요? 원기도 좀 회복하고. 아, 밥은 81이나 더 있네. 원기가 63이네요. 한 두어 시간은 자야 될 것 같은데? 여기 이쪽에 있다고요? 맞아? 아야, 말 탈걸, 씨. 말 탈걸. 뭐 이렇게 멀리 있지? 좀 전까지 같이 있었거든요. 벌집. 내 거야. 내 거야. 출발을 여기서 하나? 나 씻자. 아, 얘 여기 있었네. 야, 씨, 얘한테 샀었으면은 이거 진작 했을 텐데. 일할 수가. 수면 물약도 있냐? 수면은 없네요. 연금술사의 꿈 2. 오잉? 2000막인가? 여깄다. 갑시다, DBC.
I'm glad you came.
부르셨습니까?
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet,
내가
I
쏘라고요?
think you should have the honor of the first shot.
저는 쏠 줄을 모릅니다만.
Sir, I have no idea how.
Master Keyser and Master Fafar have prepared everything. There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next. Goodbye.
그냥 내가 들어가고 다 쓸어버리는 게 나을 것 같은데. 저기까지 또 가야 돼? 진짜 너무한 거 아니냐? 일로 가자. 자동이동. 가능하면 밤에 쏘는 게 좋지 않을까요? 뭐야? 우리 편이지? 자식 헷갈리게 왜 저러고 다녀? 트리빗에 발사하기 전에 한두 시간 정도만 자죠. 조금만 자자. 근데 왜 여기 두 개야? 아까 여기서 자지 않았나? 오케이. 원기를 딱 70. 셋이 전에 깼다. 이 정도면 양호한데? 저장 한 거냐? 저장 됐다는 얘기가 없는데? 저장은 됐다. 자, 쏩시다.
God save you.
What do you think of my...
He definitely knows what he's doing.
Do you think there's any truth in it?
I've never seen such weapons used. So I can't...
There was prep...
That's how it goes in war.
Well, they're apt to wait till a man nips off...
Because you know...
이거 아닌데? 사용. 오씨, 뭐요? 오, 오, 쌌다. 로바드. 이제 뭘 합니까?
Sir Divish.
디비시 경께서
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all.
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. Good luck then.
이게 마지막이야? 이틀간의 포격이 끝날 때까지 기다리라고요? 이틀? 그러면 야, 그 뚱땡이 어딨냐? 로바드랑 대화했어. 그냥 대화하면 바로 진행이 되나? 제가 도울 만한 거 있나요?
A few of them have taken to their heels.
If those were the best of Ishvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods.
My fear exactly. Until Toth is hanging from the gate. But in the meantime...
Of course, Sorobon. Would you like...
That's not necessary. I trust you, Hal. You don't even have to do the... I'll be with you.
에? 야영지 3개 찾기요? B, C, D? 오케이, D부터 가자.
야!
가깝긴 해요. 그렇게 멀진 않은데? 왔습니다. 저거 누르면은 그냥 바로 시작할 것 같아가지고 그래서 안 눌렀어. 야, 멀리 뛰긴 한다잉. 이 근처인디. 야영지면은 잘 보이겠지. 찾았어? 왜 난 못 찾았는 거 같? 난 못 봤는데? 이거 잘 안 보이거든요? 그냥 여기다 핀을 박자. 이게 목표가 겹쳐가지고 저게 A인지 C인지 잘 모르겠어. 차라리 저렇게 핀을 박는 게 나을 것 같아요. 소가 갑자기 나와. 찾기만 하면 되나봐. 절벽. 자, 말순아. 야씨, 내려봐. 이 자식이. 지금 누굴 죽이려고. 내려가는 길이 없나? 이렇게 가면 된다. 말순이 컴온.
야.
그냥 대충 발견만 하면은 끝나는 것 같아요. 이 근처인데? 이런 그지 같은. 이렇게 가면 가지롱. 이 근처인데? 여기다.
야.
됐고, 다음 B.
야.
일단 위치만 잡아주면 되니까. 타령병은 뭐 지들이 알아서 잡겠지. 지금 위치만 알아도 상관없다고 했으니까요. 뭐 올라가기 빡셀 것 같은데? 응, 안 빡세? 그러니까 이렇게 지그재그로 왔다리 갔다리. 뭔 소리야? 퐁. 이런 소리 났는데? 찾았대. 오케이, 로바드랑 대화하기. 이거는 자동. 샥. 생각보다 엄청 빠르겠는데? 찾았소. 모든 야영지를 찾았습니다.
The rest of the woods are clear.
That's a relief. Now let's relieve ourselves of this accursed Toth.
이거 그냥 왔습니다 하는 게 나을지 아니면 다른 캐를 하고 오는 게 나을지 모르겠는데 저장 하나 새로 빼놓으면 되니까요.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding?
뭐야? 그러면 이쪽에 가서 이쪽에서 퀘를 하나 받아봅시다. 뚱땡이한테. 어차피 이틀을 기다려야 되거든요? 그럴 바에는 저쪽 뭐야 뭐 사이비 뭐 찾는 거 있잖아. 이교도 찾기 그거를 하자. 그래야 고드윈도 데려올 것 같거든요? 그게 여기 노란 옷 입은 그 뚱땡이가 줬는데. 노란 뚱땡이 어딨어? 설마 아까 거기에 같이 있었나? 어? 노란 뚱땡이 거기 있나? 그놈 어딨냐? 아씨. 아, 진작에 극혈 받아놓을걸. 짜증난디. 아니면 이틀 내리 자버려? 대충 가보고 그 노란 뚝땡이 못 찾으면은 그냥 이틀 내리 잠만 자자. 나는 최대한 해주려고는 했어. 하디쉬였나 걔가? 노랑 뚱땡이 걔 얘를 뭐 어떻게 할 텐데 키우는 게 안 돼. 일단 노란 뚱땡이 여기 없어요. 그냥 잠이나 계속 자자. 그냥 풀로 자버리고 책 읽고 그냥 그러면 돼요. 그리고 여기 야영지라 먹을 것도 많아. 밥 하나 먹고 책 읽을게요. 지금 못 먹고? 풀과 약초. 잠깐만. 아, 이거 왜 안 풀리냐고. 이해가 안 가네. 연금술의 꿈. 아, 이거 시간당 10%씩 오르네? 야, 하루에 읽을 수 있는 최대 시간이 있네요? 뭐야, 이런 그지같은. 이런 그지같은. 아, 그랬어? 전혀 몰랐어요. 이런 거나 읽지 뭐. 임무 물품인데 이건? 내장 제거 아직 못 읽죠? 아, 그럼 자야 되는데? 잡시다. 왜 5시간밖에 못 자지? 깬지 얼마 안 돼서 그런갑다. 아이투 소냐? 끝난 것 같아. 갑시다.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still...
안 쏘드만. 안 쏘잖아. 시기. 아홉 시간 버팅기고 그 다음에 또 자. 원기나 올립시다. 지금은 책 읽어질라나? 고만 쏴, 이씨. 솥이 또 있을 텐데. 저건가? 아니었고. 날이 바뀌었으니까 책 읽을 수 있겠지? 어? 다 읽었다고? 야, 책도 못 읽어. 큰일이 다 부렀다. 예? 만복도 갑자기 55 됐다고? 지금 한 10몇 갑자기 떨어진 거 아닌가? 아홉 시. 야, 만복도가 너무 형편없다. 나 밥 먹어야 돼요. 마을 가서 밥을 먹고 올까? 배가 너무 고파. 이 마을에 밥 먹으러 왔어. 이쯤이면은 우리 야영지 것도 이제 먹어질 때가 됐을 텐데. 안 된다고? 그만 써 임마.
I'm here.
Can't you see?
아, no. 그래, 갈 때까지 가보자. 아니 만복도가 이거 아까 내가 시간 보낼 때 그 수치가 그대로 있던 거구나. 지금은 61로 올랐어요. 솔직히 이번에는 돼야 된다. 시간상으로는 48시간은 지금 있었던 것 같은데? 거봐. 나왔다.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvand's a stubborn bastard.
Alright, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, you can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
이제 엔딩인가 본데요?
I'm ready.
다른 거 하고 올 때까지 기다려준다고 하는 거 보니까
We're going to
이거 하고
attack
나면
on
엔딩이니까 다른 거 할
North
거면 해
Gate
이런
and the
느낌이야.
west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages.
외벽
Take the outer
확보
walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
3단계로 나뉘네요. 3단계.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey...
그건 뒤로 빠지면서 활 쏘면 돼. 왜냐 아군이 있으니까.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
내가 저렇게 가고 싶은데?
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
거주구역.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
게이트 하트러스.
I think I've heard
난 성벽으로 가고 싶은데?
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
뭐야?
I'm proud of you.
나 아직 안 골랐는데?
Change
지가 그냥
from an
고르네?
insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier. This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you.
전 이제 풋내기가 아닙니다.
Goodbye.
탈른버그로 갈 신부과는 퀘는 지금 취소가 된 것 같아요. 발사! 아니 성 문을 뽀개라고! 뭐야? 뭐야? 옆에 있던 도르래를 뽀겠나봐. 천재인데? 신부 구하기 실패. 신부 근데 하나 구했잖아 이씨. 성벽으로 돌격하시오. 성벽 돌격! 우와! 저기있다. 사다리 저기있다. 사다리 딱 대, 이씨. 아씨, 안 올라가죠. 안 올라가죠. 이놈들 봐라. 여긴 다 올렸다. 되졌어. 되졌다, 니넨. 또 제가 얌시자리 있지 않습니까? 저의 얌시자리. 거기서 화살만 푹푹푹푹푹 쏘면 다 죽일 수 있어. 들어와. 하이. 샥! 일로 가면 그만이야. 아, 이 자식들 빨리 왔네. 응, 궁술 올리기 딱 좋아. 자식이 감히 팔을 겨누어? 아, 쏘지 마십시오. 허허허. 아직 한 마리 더 있는 거 알아. 어디 갔냐? 아쭈. 바로 공격. 공격. 열받게 하네. 아, 한 대만 더 때렸으면 잡는디. 들어와. 아하. 아씨, 너무 멀었어. 아프다고. 아. 오케이, 컷. 바로 물약. 아, 너무 못 먹고. 아, 알았어. 알았어. 알았다고. 회전. 아씨, 안되겠다 이거. 아, 런이야. 뒤에서 멀리서 활로 도와주겠어. 그게 나을 것 같아. 누가 나쁜 놈인지 모르겠다. 근데 어씨, 내가 준다고. 내가 지네? 일로 와봐. 아, 컴온. 아하하. 오케이, 고맙고. 흠흠흠. 뭐야? 살아있는 줄 알았잖아. 아군이고 적군이고 모르겠고 그냥 다 쏴, 이씨. 뭐야? 내 성문 안 열어줘도 됐나? 지들끼리 다 들어갔나봐요? 나 빼고 다 갔나봐. 형 왔다. 저 방인데 기다려보십시오. 야, 이거 지금 못단다. 아이씨. 여대를 틈타서 다 털어갈라 그랬는데. 어? 얘들 없는데요? 여기도 없는데? 밑엔가? 아, 이게 여기구나. 어? 나 빼고 지들끼리 싸워. 여기도 아닌데? 뭐예요? 어디야? 목표가 뭐예요? 그냥 공격인디? 일로 가야 되나? 어딘데? 설마 버그인가? 내가 너무 전투를 안 해서 나 빼고 지들끼리만 싸우는 건가? 어디도 없는데요? 뭐야? 전투가 안 풀려. 아니, 웃긴 게 소리는 나거든? 이게 어디서 나는 소리야? 아, 부엌인가? 여기다! 아무나 맞아. 아무나 맞으라우. 아, 저 벽에 박힌 건가, 계속? 방금 방패. 얘들아 빨리 죽으렴. 아하. No. 살아남은 아군이 하나인가봐. 오케이. 나 방패맨만 우리 친구야. 아씨 열받아. 얘네 둘만 잡으면 끝날 것 같은데요? 오케이 구석에 몰아놓으니까 얌시 걸렸죠? 한 대밖에 안 나온 게 깝쳐 이씨. 아 오케이 컷 됐죠? 얘 하나 남았어. 몸 씻기. 뭐 딴 데를 또 도와줘야 되나? 설마 애들이 일로 들어와야 되나? 전혀 모르겠어 애들이 어디서 싸우고 있는지. 뭐야? 아니 나 어디로 가라고. 등짝을 봅시다 우리. 등짝을 보자. 더럽게 안 죽어. 나 이제 활 없는데? 아 화살이 이거밖에 없어요. 8발밖에 없다. 내 친구 때리지마. 내 친구 때리지 말라고. 활로 마무리한다. 활로. 뭐야 아군 맞았냐? 아 열받게 하네 또. 일로와 이씨. 다 잡았나봐. 근데 여기도 2마리인가 남았던데? 그냥 시간 돼서 끝난 건가?
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over!
저기도 길이 있었어?
You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
이놈 똑똑한데?
You're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
나도 일단 스테판이 먼저 풀어주는 게 맞는 것 같아.
Pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word,
일단은 풀어줘.
we have none. And without
풀어주고 다시 잡으면 돼.
Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish,
Stephanie.
forgive me, husband.
야, 좀 안전하게 왼쪽으로 다시 온 다음에 그러고 얘기를 하지.
Come now, my dear. You're not
맞다. 얘가 되게 의심 없이 그냥
I know
들여보내줘가지고.
who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough.
Oh,
I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
아 지금 죽여야 되는데. 아야 스칼리츠로 간다.
Quick! To the battlements! We have to see which way they go! Oh, they really are heading for Scallops.
스칼리츠의
Here's what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to go elect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
스칼리츠에 쟤네 아군이 있나? 진짜 글로 가네? 거기에 뭐 아무것도 없잖아요. 근데 거기에 우리 병사들도 있긴 하던데?
야.
이 말 너무 꾸져. 한스경과 말을 타고 가라고?
What do you think?
Yeah. He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
So Radzig will be there.
얘 너무 느린데?
Yeah. What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
Yeah.
너만 이렇게 꾸졌냐?
This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and turnips. And now look
오,
at
나
us.
이제 기사로 인정하는 거야?
Veterans.
Yeah. I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
아, 너 말 뭐야? 왜 이렇게 꾸졌어? 아, 좀만 빨리 가봐.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
근데 주인공도 라드직이 아빠라는 걸 너무 쉽게 받아들이지 않아요? 굉장히 쉽게 받아들였어. 아빠가 귀족이라서 땡 잡았다 이렇게 생각하나?
Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, pal. Catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
오, 됐다. 야, 그래도 스칼리츠까지 이러고 가는 건 아니네.
There's no sign of them. Move on.
I'm glad to see Ishban kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other.
그냥 내가 혼자 갔다 오는 게 낫지 않겠냐?
Let's go!
얘 싸움 개 못하는데? 얘 싸움 개 못해요.
Alright, Father.
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard.
How could we let him go?
그래 적어도 그 칼은 찾아와야죠.
Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened.
그럼 엄마는 친엄마가 맞는 건가 보네?
Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
거짓말하지 마. 거짓말하지
It was in
마.
your blood, I suppose.
그런 느낌을 받았다고? 그럴 리가 없어.
I lost the one thing I had left from him.
그래도 되게 친자식처럼 잘해줬던 것 같은데.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who
아,
tore
맞네.
Skalitz, and I'll slay him with
그
it.
대머리도 아직 못 죽였잖아요.
I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside.
그치, 내 말이 엄청 좋지.
Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front.
야, 그럴 거면 갑옷이라도 풀러야 되지 않냐? 우리 말순이 죽는다.
It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
쿠먼?
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
뭐예요? 야, 그 대머리도 안 잡았는데 그냥 이렇게 끝나는 거야? 난 대머리까지 잡고 끊을 줄 알았는데? 요한 칼을 왜 고발해요?
Doing well, son.
Father. Come now.
야, 이거 뭔가
You know
지금
whose side you.
꼬였다.
That doesn't matter now.
밑에 자막 이상한 거 나와요.
I miss you, Amar.
아,
I miss you very much.
요한카가 유죄 판결 받나 본데? 마녀 재판 같은 거 받나 봐요. 아니면 종교 재판인가?
I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch.
자막이 꼬였어 지금.
As for the sword, it's just a thing.
내가 엔딩 크레딧 올라갈 때 B 눌러서 꼬였나봐.
You didn't want me fighting.
Now look at me. Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.
야, 요한카 강단 있다. 이.
I have to leave you now.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
그러면 내가 아까 전에 그 대주교 그거 쾌를 안 해줘가지고 요한카가 이거 종교 재판 받는 건가?
Make her proud.
Don't go. No. What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Yobst.
Right.
뭐야 갑자기 자막 씨. 자막 어떻게 된 거야 이거?
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
아 이거 어떻게 해야 되냐?
Oh, give over, you idiot.
아니, 장면을 넘기면은 맞아질지 안 맞을지도 모르겠고.
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here. Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
야 요한카 죽나봐. 임무 완료. 한변 맹사는 영원한 맹세다. 에필로그가 있네요. 근데 지금 야 요한카가 어떻게 된 건지 나 한번 확인해봐야겠는데? 북쪽성으로 가서 요프스트 변경백 만나기. 그게 중요한 게 아니야. 지금 요한카 어떻게 된 거야? 여기까지 가봐요. 아니 어째서 어째서 저게 안 나온 거야? 어째서 화면이 제대로 안 나왔지? 이러면 아까 전에 출발하기 전 데이터로 돌려가지고 그 노랑 뚱땡이한테 대주교캐 받고 그 대주교캐 끝내고 그렇게 하고 라드직을 구해야 되나? 안 그러면은 요한카가 어떻게 되나? 그런 거 같은데요? 아니 뭐 화면이랑 뭐 자막이 맞아야 뭘 알지. 근데 그냥 지금 자막만 봤을 때는 일단 요한카가 뭔가 잘못됐어. 뭔가 일이 생겼어. 어? 아닌데? 요한카 여기 있는데? 환자들은 어때?
Perhaps. Though it's very slow progress. And
That's how it goes with building.
now we have one who was hit on the head by a falling stone.
머리, 아 맞아, 나한테 머리에 돌 맞는다고 조심하라 그랬거든.
What can be worse than stone blocks for?
I just heard some rumors. They're saying the whole construction site is cursed.
That's interesting.
The master builder won't tell you anything. Goodbye.
호호. 그러면 잠깐만. 꼭 지금 해야 하는 게 아니야? 그러면 노란 뚱땡이랑 다시 얘기를 해보자. 라타이에 가서 노란 뚱땡이랑 얘기를 해보고 거기서도 노란 뚱땡이가 대주교캐를 주는지를 봐야겠는데? 대주교캐를 지금이라도 할 수 있으면 굳이 세이브를 안 돌려도 되거든요? 아마 여기에 있을 거야. 뭐 이렇게 많이 나와? 가자.
야.
자, 저까지 것도 못 피하겠냐? 비키라우. 우리 말이 너무 빨라서 못 따라오죠? 못 오죠? 아직도 안 되냐? 아씨.
야.
이 정도면 전투 풀린 거 아니야? 됐다. 됐구연. 아 근데 하필 엔딩에 버그가 걸려가지고 씨 저걸 볼 수가 없네. 지금이라도 그냥 다시 깰까요? 금방 깰 것 같은데. 그 공격하는 거 깨고 이벤트 그냥 장면 스킵하고 그럼 되지 않을까?
Oh, Hal. Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume
that we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
여기 있네, 노란 뚱땡이.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed. But to surrender it means giving up.
이거 별거 없으면 대화 보고
He did surrender power to his
뚱땡이랑 얘기해보자.
When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. they're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
왜냐면 내가 주인공이니까.
He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
컷신 말 진짜 많았다. 역대급으로 말이 많았다. 엄청난 정보들이 쏟아졌는데 뭔 소린지 하나도 모르겠어요.
God be with you, lad.
총대리.
Sir, about the...
Out with it, Henry.
Very well. We'll get going.
Good luck, lad.
총대리 할 수 있네.
I'll be careful.
See you later.
아니. 그럼 아까 나온 자막은 뭐야? 야, 이거 하나 저장을 빼놓고요. 하나님의 성전이 뭐야? 수도원 병원? 이게 뭐예요? 이게 뭐야? 난 이 세이브가 있었던 적이 없는데? 이게 아까 전에 자막 나오던 그건가? 아, 이거 아까 얘한테 쾌 받은 거. 그럼 차라리 공성을 다시 해가지고 엔딩 걸 다시 보는 게 맞겠다. 됐다. 다 봤어요. 크레딧. 이번엔 자막 안 밀리겠지. 그리고 아까 자막이 이상한 게 떴어요. 아예 밀린 게 아니라 아예 다른 자막이 떴어. 또 이거 뜨는데 난? 나 왜 자막이 또 이게 뜨냐?
Doing well, son.
아, 이거 이상하다니까? 일단은 요한카한테 가서, 그니까 요한카가 쾌 줬나 아까? 아니 왜 요한카 대사가 왜 나오지 나 자꾸? 뭔가 이상해요 지금 내거 꼬였어. 이거 지금 내가 엔딩을 한 번 더 본 건데도 왜 이러냐? 근데 원기랑 만복도 120이네 100이 넘어있네 이번엔. 너무 억울하다. 중요 장면인데 자막이 이상해요. 저희가 지금 스팀으로 하고 있는 건데 뭔가 꼬였다. 일단은 아까 처음에 했던 것처럼 그냥 저거 해야지 뭐. 요한카 여기서 쾌 받고 그리고 가가지고 회의 내용 듣는데 회의는 스킵할게요. 말이 너무 많아.
How about the sick?
Perhaps.
That's how it goes.
Now we have.
What can be worse?
해서 요 퀘스트를 그냥 바다만 놓고 굿바이. 이 아저씨 이제 여기 와있나? 안 와있네? 그리고 라타이까지 가면은 일로 갈까? 이게 한번 빠른 이동을 시작하면 취소가 안 돼요. 그냥 가야 돼. 끝까지 쭉 가야 돼. 아, 시간 날렸어. 많이 날린 건 아니니까 크게 상관은 없어요. 내가 왜 일로 온 거냐면은 데이트 하려고 했는데 지금 시간이 조금 늦어서 데이트는 안 되겠다. 테레사 데이트 할래?
I've got some. I know this is.
It is indeed.
나 완전 좋아하지.
Wouldn't you like to take a?
I'd love to.
간다. 여기는 처음 가는 것 같은데? 데이트?
Listen, Teresa. There's something I ought to tell you.
What is it? What's troubling you?
그래, 라드 직경이 내 아버지야. 이렇게 해야 우리가 빨리 결혼할 수 있어.
I'm not quite sure how to tell you, so I'll just spit it out. So Radzig Kobyla is my father.
And King Wenceslas is my cousin. Oh, you really had me going.
No, I'm serious.
What? But, Henry, how on earth could...
I know, it was a shock for me too. It turns out Sir Radzig and my mother had some romance. Of course, he couldn't marry a commoner.
And your father? I mean the blacksmith. God, that sounds so odd. I mean Martin.
He knew Sir Radzig from way back. Martin Pa married her before I was born to protect her reputation and raise me as his own.
And Sir Radzig allowed it?
Sure. Actually, I get a feeling the whole thing was agreed between them. Sir Radzig was glad she wasn't left alone with a child.
My God, Henry, that's just... And what will that mean for you?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
Well, it all depends on Sir Radzig, doesn't it? As his illegitimate son,
그치.
I don't have any rights as such. But it's not like I've
본부인한테 낳은 자식이 아니잖아요.
And even though Sir Radzig has publicly acknowledged me, well, sort of, it hasn't really changed anything.
And if Sir Radzig decided to make a real noble of you, would you want that?
귀족이 돼야 되나요? 귀족이 되면 나 또 테레사랑 결혼 못하나? 그럼 귀족 하지 말고 그냥 테레사랑 삽시다.
I wouldn't. And it's never going to happen anyway.
Why not?
A bastard remains a bastard. Even if Sir Radzig never had another heir, all his property would go to the king by
그러면
right.
귀족 되겠다고 안 해서 다행이다.
Can't you imagine it? Would you still care for me, a common millmaid, if you were a nobleman?
Of course. I'll always be fond of you. Nothing will change that.
I'll remember that. I hope you won't regret those words.
No fear of that.
테레사랑 결혼은 안 하나? 결혼 이벤트는 없나? 몇 번 더 데이트를 하면은 결혼을 할라나? 결혼해야죠.
I must go, Henry. Take care.
Take care. 됐고 일로 빠른 이동하면은 알아서 그게 됩니다. 회의가 떠. 그럼 그냥 장면 스킵할게요. 키라우. 이거는 스킵할게요. 아까 봤잖아.
Oh, how? Are you going to the meeting with
좀 전에 본
Margaret?
거라서 그냥 싹 다 스킵해. 싹 다 스킵하고
My lords, Christ.
얘한테 쾌까지만 받아놔요. 아까 딱 요 정도까지 했거든? 총대리.
Sir, about the...
Out with it.
Very well.
Good luck, lad.
I'll be careful.
이걸 해야 요한카가 어떻게 안 되나봐. 요한카 아까 뭐 잘못 나오긴 했지만 요한카가 죽을 것 같은 내용으로 나왔거든요.
So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
So, it looks like...
Yes.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter.
Yes.
아무것도 관여하지 말라고요?
Bergov is at Trotsky. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
룩셈부르크 가문?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the empire and Bohemia. Wenceslas and Sigismund are, but
야,
instead,
엔딩
they've been in a
엔딩
bitter
지금 본
arms
거잖아요.
race.
그러니까 이게 에필로그잖아.
Now Wenceslas
엔딩
also
보고
has-
나서 진짜 스토리라고 해야 되나? 정보가 고봉밥으로 오고 있어.
Who is he
계속.
really, this Yob? The cousin of King Wenceslas. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't. But he really is the leader of the resistance against.
I'm a bit
저게
concerned
함정일
so
수도
many
있어.
people seem to think so little.
Well, but he can be very fiery and impetuous. You can't just abscond. You've seen.
Who is this Prokop?
Yop's brother, the king's cousin.
요프스트의
warred
형제?
over Moravian supremacy. Then they were allies for a while. Politics. Make of it what you will.
The League of Lords and that Berghoff.
The lords.
사실 안 궁금하거든요, 이거? 근데 이걸 질문을 다 하고 나면은 뭔가 선택지가 또 뜨는 경우가 있어가지고 그냥 일단 한번 다 눌러보려고.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary, and some say it was due to the wreck. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarians. And now this is how Sigismund repays his...
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a...
Rupert is the prince...
What's a prince-elect?
The prince
아우,
elected
씨,
are
씨.
dignitaries of the
야,
Hungarian-
이상한 정보가 막 나온다잉?
So, now we...
리텐슈타인의
That young
종?
man, Sir John of Liechtenstein.
The Liechtensteins are a powerful... Since the king...
아우, 다 들었어.
That's about all.
가겠습니다.
Very well.
아버지와 원래 얘기했어야 되나봐? 변경백의 편지를 받아오기. 잠깐만. 야, 이게 주임무가 있긴 한데? 마크폰 이 자식? 근데 여기엔 안 떠요. 메호헤드 여기도 있는데? 이것도 아직 안 되네? 총대리와 대화하기. 아, 얘 거? 편지부터 받아야 되는구나. Be stopped to busting for 2 days?
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can.
하하, 저 자식 끼어들기는.
Please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Gutenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here.
저렇게 말하니까 좀 불안한데? 얘가 도발할 것 같은데?
Anyway.
Provoke? Me? Never, uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
축하합니다. 메인 스토리 라인이 끝났습니다. 원하신다면 보조 임무나 활동을 수행하거나 세계를 떠돌 수 있습니다. 언제라도 한 스케이프 혼경이 무리와 함께 지도 밖으로 떠나서 게임을 끝낼 수 있습니다. 아, 지도 밖으로 떠나면 게임이 끝나나봐. 그럼 일단은 게임을 한번 끝내죠? 게임을 한번 끝내야죠. 기봐. 여기서 세이브 파일을 하나 빼놓고 요렇게. 그럼 어디까지 달려가야 엔딩이 나온다는 거예요? 끝까지 가면 뭐 엔딩이 나온다며. 아, 한스랑 얘기를 하면은 엔딩을 보러 가는 건가 봐. 나?
Well then. Why?
Such are my orders.
Supposing I.
돈 줄게. 꺼져. 절 꺼져. 잠깐만, 나 아직도 이거 안 빠졌나? 이거 안 빠져요. 이거 계속 안 빠진다? 이거 왜 안 빠지지? 저 계속 안 빠져. 일단 저장했으니까 한스랑 얘기를 해보죠. 바로 출발합시다.
Can't wait.
So, to horse. The Lord of Burgov is bound to be waiting as eagerly.
아, 내 말. 닌 이런 말 없지. K폰 따라가기. 제 말 되게 비싸요. 내 말 얼마였지? 2,000 몇백 원이었나? 2K 넘었던 것 같은데? 저 지금 돈도 근데 많아요. 17K나 있어. 한동안 파밍을 안 했는데도 돈이 이만큼 있어. 야, 너는 이렇게 느리니? 야, 너무 느려. 설마 이 속도로 계속 가는 거 아니지?
So, how is life as a highborn bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
얘는 참 말을
What
이쁘게 해.
about Godzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard. Son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord.
야, 내가 너 2번이나 구했다. 알고 있지? 처음에 사냥 나갔을 때 한번 구해줬고,
Well,
그 다음에 그 밤에 인질 구하러 갔을 때 얘 엉덩이 맞고 쓰러졌을 때 내가 들고 나왔거든요.
I believe we rescued the king and all would be well again. But now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief.
가가지고 한스 입조심 시켜야 돼. 괜히 도발할 수도 있어.
King Wenceslas is such a
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know.
I slept better, believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
빨리 가면 안 되겠냐?
Sigismund.
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him, mind.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
빨리 좀 가.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
내가 보기에
Why?
이런 설명을 다 한스를 통해서 해주려고 시간 끄는 것 같아요.
A certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hannes?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hannes as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little.
잠깐만.
He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
지금 이 속도로 그러면은 여기 맵 끝까지 가겠다는 거예요? 여기까지? 그러면 끝나는 거야?
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him, and his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't
이거 아까 전에 다 라드지카트 들은 얘기랑 비슷한 거 아니에요?
the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
한스야 진짜 좀 빨리 가줘. 얼마 나왔지? 게임하면서 돈 부족했던 적은 없는 것 같아요. 계속 파밍해서 파니까 돈이 부족했던 적은 없었어. 그리고 저는 개인적으로 게임 스타일이 도박을 하거나 이래서 돈을 불리기보다 그냥 계속 다람쥐처럼 모아가지고 돈 불리는 스타일이라서 그래서 그런지 도박에 시간을 많이 안 뺏겼고 계속 돈이 넉넉했고 그랬던 것 같아요. 주사위로는 사실 돈 벌기 나는 힘든 것 같아. 그거 100원씩 걸어가지고 그거 언제 돈 법니까? 애들 잡아가지고 한 명만 뺏겨도 그냥 몇백씩 나오는데. 야, 우리 말순이 꼈다. 이 길 끝에 가면 끝나나 보다. 근데 너는 승마술이 좀 별로니? 왜 달리질 않아? 아, 알았다. 한스 아직 엉덩이에 화살 맞은 게 다 안 나왔나 보구나. 그래갖고 지금 똥꼬 아파가지고 천천히 달리는 거 아니야, 이거? 엉덩이 아파가지고 너 천천히 가지. 됐다. 여기서 저장을 해주네, 한번. 말하기.
God bless you. What troubles you?
너랑 말하라던데? 차라리 집에 있는 게 나았을 것 같지 않아?
Are you wishing you stayed home at Ratai instead of joining in our nighttime venture?
You must be joking. I haven't had so much fun since... actually ever.
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed the best part. When I was hauling you like a sack of grain to the battlements dead to the world.
It can't have been that much fun if I fell asleep. But you might have handled me a bit more gently. I'm black and blue all over.
Oh, alright then. Next time I'll just leave you to Istvan's tender mercies.
Nonsense. What would you do without me? Still, thank you for hauling me out of there.
Anything for you, my lord.
See you later.
이게 다야? 상자다. 뭐야 이거? 아야, 훔치기다, 훔치기. 아야, 훔치기야. 깜짝이야. 이거 뭐야? 야, 가격들이 미쳤는데요? 야, 72, 72야. 저거 훔치고 싶은데? 여기 뭐야?
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
물론이지.
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quiet.
Complete the main storyline.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
끝! 엔딩입니다. 야, 근데 이대로 엔딩 내기 좀 아쉽긴 한데요? 일단 저 성 조지의 검인가? 저거 훔치고 싶고, 대주교 퀘스트 끝내가지고 우리 친구 어떻게 되는지 좀 봐야겠다. 그거까지만 딱 보고 마무리하죠. 그 두 개만 하고. 이 뒷얘기가 없어요? 나 아직 부모님 원수도 못 갚았는데?